if you're actually working on trying to get it back, this is going to undo it. One other option that Mr. George would probably agree with is that we adjourn this about a month and you go to the Secretary of State and do what you need to do to get squared away. He could then amend it to a charge that would not result in a suspension of your license. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
In the face of chaos, justice rises. Truth has no fear.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, our early adopters. We've got some people in the courtroom, and AI and Firefly and Jim and Tom are all early. Good morning, folks, and good morning to you. It is a good morning.
Do friendly openings help tense court days or make it feel too casual?
I did manage to ride my bike this morning. It was 66 degrees before the downpour. It's rained real hard after that, after I got home. Might be my last one for a while. It's supposed to be like 34 degrees the next couple of days. It might frost. So it's a beautiful day to be here. I did finally finish that Ashley furniture store, and it was hard. Anyway, we've got a lot going on this morning. We've got pre-exam conferences in a little bit. There are a dozen of those. We've got about a dozen arraignments and pretrials. And I wanted to say hello to a couple people. I got a real nice card from Brian and Christy. Thank you for that. We had some visitors yesterday. They kind of got some interesting stuff. Tim and Donna from Richland by way of Missouri and a bunch of other places. I sent them to Yoder's for lunch. I hope they had a good lunch there. I send everybody to Yoder's for lunch. And so thank you to them. I'm still always dumbfounded that people come here to visit. I think they're underwhelmed when they get here, but they were very nice people. I enjoyed talking to them a little bit. He's one of the guys that kind of sometimes leaves it on in the background. Today, I have a first line. It's an easy one, especially if you're a Generation Joneser like me from Middle America. This is one of those songs that it is a situation where nobody put those words together in that sequence probably ever. And you'll probably all know it. Even Lillian from Sweden might want to take a minute and listen to this bit of shared humanity where we all maybe at least acknowledge one piece of music. So I said it is easy, but nobody ever said these words before. So today's first line of a song is nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake, all those tourists covered with oil. If you know it, you can sing it. If you don't, maybe look it up, listen to it. Our little shared piece of culture this morning. I don't think that people in the courtroom knew it. They both looked at me with blank stares. If I sang it, you'd know it. All right, I'll let this run for a minute while I wait for our public defender. Which case are you folks here on?
I'm here for driving.
What's your name?
Carmen.
San Diego?
I did that every day at work.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
It's popped into my brain.
People are
I'm sorry.
hilarious.
Well, I'm not very, Carmen Wilson. Thank you. All right. Yes, the people. You know it. Only a fool would say that. Well, thank you. If you guys come in my retirement, they can all have a donut at Yoder's. Thank you. All right, I'll let this go for a minute. I hope you all are going to have a good Tuesday. We needed the rain here in Michigan, and we got a bunch of it, so that's good. How are we doing outside? Looks like we got a lot of people in the hall. Is Jeanette here?
Is who here?
Jeanette?
I have not seen Jeanette yet.
I understand Keith was under the weather.
I was gone for a few minutes.
Let's see. Yes, many people knew that. On my front porch swing, strumming my 6-string. Smell those shrimp. They're beginning to boil. Nobody ever said those words before. Yes, I got it. And I said only a fool would say that. All right, well, let's see what we got. We've got one customer. We don't have a public defender yet. I did see a number of people out in the hall, but as indicated, we have a lot of pre-exams today. Nothing too terrible, but there are 12 of them. Probably will need an interpreter. Good morning to Maine. It's probably cool fall there. Your colors are probably good. Hello, Northern Ireland. Yeah, maybe you think it's awful, but the only criteria for these songs are ones that I like. Everybody doesn't have to like them. No symptoms of foot, feet, and hand, also known as thrush, from last week. Michelle, the bailiff, sprayed like crazy, and we haven't heard anything or had any repercussions from it. So let's hope not. That was last Wednesday? No, it was Thursday, last Thursday. We'll do him eventually. All right, now did they bring Mr. Brooks over?
I just went out again.
So he's here. That should probably resolve. I think that's it. He's our only in custody.
Yeah.
He's got other problems, but
I think he was seen on those yesterday.
okay. Good morning, where it's 5:15. Perhaps. Mr. McDonough may be on the docket because, as I mentioned more than once, he's a participant in our sobriety court treatment program. And he is doing a very good job. And so he hasn't had any other incidents, but his case comes up every other week for sobriety court. And he's doing a real good job for him and his family. And so that's why he shows up on the docket. There's nothing new. All right, here's the esteemed proprietor of Stickley Farms. So we should be ready to go.
That's certainly took that.
All right, thank you all for saying good morning, wherever you are, from Sweden to Ireland to Three Rivers and Colon, Mike and White Pigeon. Now we have a baby, and we made an interpreter for that. All right, thank you all for saying good morning. Good morning, Mr. George. Our first customer today is Carmen Wilson. Ms. Wilson, would you come right up to the podium there? My staff can't hear me until I turn the record on. This little red light comes on. Otherwise, they just see my lips move, and that's probably fine with them. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are all here for an arraignment. That's the process where the judge tells you what you're charged with and asks you how you wish to plead to the charge. You're charged with driving suspended. Let's take a look at your ticket. Sorry, I don't move too fast. But we're not in a real rush this morning. You got a ticket in my old neighborhood, Wood Street and 4th Avenue, at 8 o'clock in the morning on September 18th for driving with a suspended license. Let's
Yes.
take a look at your driving record. You're suspended. Had a ticket in June. You got some unpaid tickets.
I have them all set up in a payment plan. So I have them paying.
Okay. You owe $2,000 and 34 on an old assault and battery case from 12 years ago. We have some sort of hearing set for October 15th. Shana, could you pull that out for me? Or Jenny? Carmen Wilson, also known as Carmen Perez Hernandez, file 14442. It's an assault and battery. She's set for a hearing on October 15th. She's here now. Maybe we can save her a second trip. Anyway, you've got quite a bit of baggage on your driving record, which is causing it to be suspended. That's probably our most common offense, driving suspended, although no insurance is coming up there. It's a misdemeanor.
Should prosecutors cut deals so people can keep working, or is that too lenient?
It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points and it requires that your license be suspended. Mr. George, is there any sort of offer on behalf of the city?
We would offer no operator's license.
All right, well, let's talk about that, Miss Wilson. Let me explain who all the players are. My name is there. I'm Judge Middleton. This gentleman is Mr. Keith Stickley. He's the Chief Public Defender for St. Joseph County. He's here to make sure that your rights are being looked out for. This gentleman, Mr. Tim George, is the city attorney for Three Rivers and also for Sturgis. The judge doesn't have the authority to change the charge. The prosecutor does. And in these cases, he's the prosecutor. So he's agreed to dismiss the charge of driving suspended if you plead guilty to a lesser charge known as driving with no valid operator's license, often called no ops. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail, carries 2 points, but it does not carry a further license suspension. Maximum fine is $100 plus cost. Are you willing to plead to that lesser charge of driving with no valid operator's license?
Yes, sir.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this?
No, sir.
Promise you anything?
Nope.
Did you give me her advice or rights? You understand you're giving all those rights up by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Now, this was early in the morning. Where were you going?
I was taking my grandson to school
Where's he go to school?
at the Head Start right there on Wood Street.
At Barrows? All right. I went to school there 100 years ago when it was a school. I've said this before. My kindergarten classroom had a fish pond in it. I don't know why in the 50s they thought that would be a good idea, but they had a little pond with goldfish in it. And every once in a while somebody fell in it. Had to get like change of clothes more than once. You know, this is 70 years ago, 65 anyway. Somebody fell in the fish pond at kindergarten at Barrows School, but I think you can still see vestiges of it. All right, and your license is suspended, has been. Have you done anything to try to get it back?
Yes, I have. I've been paying all my fines, and I actually paid the $45 that I was supposed to take the proof back to the Secretary of State. I just haven't gotten to that yet.
All right, well, let's talk about that. If you're actually working on trying to get it back, this is going to undo it. One other option that Mr. George would probably agree with is that we adjourn this about a month and you go to the Secretary of State and do what you need to do to get squared away. He could then amend it to a charge that would not result in a suspension of your license. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Is that agreeable, Mr. George?
Yes.
Is it fairer to pause the case so she can fix her license, or should the law be the law?
Thank you.
No time, so there's no hearing, it's just on a time payment, and that's when.
Oh, it's not set for a hearing?
Yeah, due payment on the 15th.
All right, I'll take a look at it. Thank you. We try to work with people to get off the driving suspended merry-go-round. Some judges, Judge Meineke over on the east side of the state, has a very structured plan to help people get their license back. Ours is less structured, but we do in the course of a year maybe help hundreds of people get their license. Mostly through the grace of the prosecutors and the efforts of the defendant. I'm going to set this out for about a month. So today is October 7th. We're not here on November 4th. Set it for November 18th. That's a Tuesday. 8:30 for pretrial conference. Bring proof of license. Even if you don't have your license, let's say they give you a temporary permit, bring it with you and we show it to Mr. George. There's another charge which carries no points, doesn't get abstracted to your license, which wouldn't undo your efforts to get your license back. Now, this old assault case that you and I remember goes back a long ways, and you've been making payments on it for years. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been paying every month on the 15th. So there is no hearing set for the 15th, just the next payment.
Yes, sir.
Well, that impresses me. You've made dozens of payments on this, and we'll keep chipping away at it. All right, very good. The song you didn't know that you both looked at me with blank stares, nibbling on sponge cake, is Margaritaville. So you can listen to that on your drive home and then share a little moment of humanity. Even Mr. Stickley knew that one. All right, you're good to go. Thank you. I'll see you in a month.
Thank you.